Try this again. All right. Should be. Alrighty, alright. Should be connecting here. I don't know what's happening here. Lost the internet. Da, 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 da. Alright. Still going a little messed up. But alright, I think we should be back. I can't really see my preview here with that. Alright, it should be good. Alright, so I don't know what happened. I lost my internet connection, and then when I went to restart that, it kind of froze up, and so we should be back. So I apologize for that. Just lost, 20 minutes of the previous thing. So hopefully you guys will still be back and joining me here this Sunday, December 23rd, 2018 for my live stream. Second to last live stream of the year, 2018 is vastly coming to an end. And we're going to talk about The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead a little bit of comic stuff, and just some other stuff on there. So hopefully you guys will be back joining me here, and we'll have a strong connection from Spectrum Internet. I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully you guys are excited for The Walking Dead to return in 7 weeks. The Walking Dead Season 9 back half, episode 909, will return in 7 weeks. So sorry about that. Technical difficulties, it's just the holiday craziness on there too. So I didn't have a live stream last Sunday because I was in Orlando, and I came back late, and it was just crazy. We went to Hollywood Studios and Magic Kingdom and a bunch of things around there. So it was just nuts. And if you like Star Wars, definitely want to go to Hollywood Studios for sure. They're going to be building the Star Wars land thing. I don't know, Edge of the Universe or something it's called. If you follow me on Instagram, I have some pictures of it on the outside. There wasn't much to have, but I'll be posting more of that stuff there too. My birthday was recently, so my wife and I, we went to the Florida Aquarium that is located here in Tampa, Florida, and it was pretty cool. That's what the otter video was, part of that, and also the Georgia Aquarium. And pretty cool stuff. We'll have more of that stuff going around. And we got Walking Dead stuff, of course. So Fear the Walking Dead is probably off for the holiday, but they're filming in Texas. And there's been some talks about them potentially coming back or connecting with The Walking Dead. I know some people would want to see The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead connection. I'm okay if they don't do it. I kind of would like certain characters coming around. Thank you, Gamma. Thank you for the birthday wish. But yeah, guys, sorry, we're coming back online. I don't know what happened. Maybe technical difficulties, and it was kind of funny because I started writing. I don't want to give it away, but another kind of book for the connection. If you read the books, and I was writing some of those things, and it kind of is like the start of it a little bit, And I'm like, man, we lost power. What if you kind of lost power? Have you ever lost power for like several days, right? I live in Florida, so sometimes we lose power with hurricanes, with, big problems, or even just a bad storm. And that's kind of like a zombie apocalypse when you lose power. You lose internet, you lose power, you lose electricity. You got to worry about your food in the refrigerators and stuff, and it kind of sucks. And I just kind of put that in my writing as well. So thank you, Janet, for the birthday wish on there too. So just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas, but I do. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas on there too. And I am a physical therapist, as hopefully you know. I treat a variety of patients. I treat patients from all different states, all different backgrounds on there too. So it's one of those that not everybody celebrates Christmas, and hopefully people aren't too crazy about saying, Merry Christmas, because it's not an insult. It's just a nice gesture, and if not everybody celebrates it, people get really mad about it. But high IQ. So you have a high IQ, but you're going to complain. Wasn't too happy with one of your videos in the week, to be honest. Great. Don't know what to tell you for that. You can do that. And again, if you're going to do a Q&A portion, you're going to say, that's not a question. That's just a statement for that. So for you to come at me and say, wasn't too happy with one of your videos, to be honest, well, that's great. I guess I'm not happy with your comment, Q&A to that. So that's great. High IQ. It's funny how you spelled that, even though it was wrong, but you have a high IQ for that too. So hilarious, but people are doing that more and more. And also, like, yes, I talk about The Walking Dead here, but I also talk about other things. And it's funny when people, I would say come at me, but comment mostly on Instagram when they say, oh, is this a Walking Dead channel? What does this picture have to do with The Walking Dead? Oh my goodness. Really? Are you serious? Because it says at the PT channel, and it's not just Walking Dead, even in the name. So what are you talking about, right? So that's crazy. Colton 2D, do you still think Fear the Walking Dead is redeemable? I hope so. I'm going to watch it just because it's something to watch, and I like the Walking Dead universe. So I watch it just because it's connected to that universe, and Morgan's there, and everything's there too. So I think it's kind of cool. The theory of it, the execution of the show is pretty weak. Fear the Walking Dead could have been anything. Clear blank slate. Starting in California. All right, sounds good. Do this, do that. You have characters that I don't really like, don't really think is what it is. So I don't know. Fear the Walking Dead is what it is. People love it. People hate it. I'm going to watch it, and I'll discuss it when I'll be honest about it. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it worth watching? I don't know. Is it a Walking Dead universe show that you should try to check out? I recommend it, but I can see why people don't like it. So, what you got? Yeah, Otters. Q&A, Janet. We know we're going to get some flashbacks in the second half of the season. Do you think the guy in the cowboy hat could be one of those flashbacks versus the fair? Good question, Janet. I talked about the guy in a video recently and who the guy was. And some people were like, it's this guy from this show and all that other stuff. I don't care about who the actor is, just who he is connected with The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is coming back in 7 weeks, and we're going to get probably at least one flashback episode. I don't know if the guy is going to be connected with that or not, but we haven't seen the kingdom. Well, we have, but we haven't really since, much of it. We've seen a little bit with the pipes and that, and Henry left. So we saw it after the time jump. So the guy could be there or not. And some of my sources have said that he's part of a new group. There's going to be about 8 of them. They're called the Highwaymen. So I'm guessing it's just a group of men. Maybe there's women too, but they would just be called the Highway People, I guess, right? But the Highwaymen, is his name Oscar? Is he part of the Highwaymen? Maybe, maybe not. But I just don't know 100%. I think is a possibility of it. I'm kind of excited for the Whispers more than anything for that. That guy could be connected. He could be a Whisper, and a lot of people are thinking that the guy is the Whisper that has the shh with the brown eyes and the brown hair. You kind of could see potentially beard, facial hair, but I don't know if it's coloring or what. It's hard to see if it's the skin or how it was, if it's actual man or a woman. I just don't know. So it could be Lydia. It could be that guy. It could be someone else. It could be Gamma. Is that you, Gamma? Tell me if that's you in that picture there. I want to know if that's you. Sure. So I'm excited for the Whispers to come around. I like the little teaser of Alpha. You can see the bald head, the buzz cut. It's not completely bald. It's a buzz cut, which I think is very good, very awesome by the actress, Samantha Morton, And I would want to be that way too, I think having a part and a role, you got to be method. You got to get in there too. And she shaved her head before for Minority Report, I believe. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I know she's in that. I think she has a bald head. But I think that if you can be an actor or an actress and you get into the role, you got to get into it, man. You got to get into the role. When I write my books, I'm in that world. I'm in that zone. When I hopefully you guys enjoyed the trailer that I made, and I get into that role. I'm trying to picture it. I'm trying to show you guys what is in my mind. Whether we're here, the world is this place, that. I try to think that. I try to get in the zone and focus in. That's my reality. Perception is reality, and if you perceive yourself in a zombie apocalypse, it helps the writing for me at least, and just being in there too. That's why I love The Walking Dead. And I was thinking about it the other day that The Walking Dead isn't the best written show by any means. There's a lot of flaws and a lot of this and a lot of that and what they do here and what it is. And it's one of those things that it's a zombie apocalypse show, but it's not even that. It's a survival show. when I think of zombies, I think survival. I think anything. It could be a plague. It could be vampires. It could be werewolves. It could be aliens. It could be a virus. It could be a plague. It could be anything. It could be zombies. But just the survival aspect of it is what I like, for sure. What you got here? Travis. Hey, Brian, I got a question I've been thinking about since the promo pictures. Do you think that the other Whisperer in the pics could be Dwight or Daryl? That could be, too. That's another great question. That if you know this channel, I forgot to say my spoiler warning at the beginning when we had the technical difficulties. Spoiler warning if you're not watching this. If you're watching it live, you know the general spoilers. But if you're watching it on the replay, spoilers, we're going to talk about Season 9 and a bunch of stuff. So, but if you know this channel, you know that Daryl is going to be potentially, allegedly, that he's going to take a walker's skin and infiltrate the Whisperers and be in there. So is that him? That would be kind of cool if it was. It's just hard to tell. I don't know Daryl's eyes, because the picture that I have over there is actually of Daryl Dixon, Merle Dixon, my wife, and myself, and they both have sunglasses on. So I don't even know. And he squints. His eyes are real. His eyes are small, and you can't really see it. So it's like, I don't know. So kind of funny, but I think that we are potentially going to see that. I would love to see actually how it goes down, and I think it's going to be good for The Walking Dead to have, you know, the Whispers and the aspect of the Whispers on the show. Q&A, Janet, I feel that Daryl and Carol will make it, but do you think anyone else is up for grabs as far as Goodbye by the Whispers? Well, you know Daryl, Carol, and Michonne are going to make it. Judith has to make it, right? They're building all this up. Henry is the word that could be a casualty, which I'm okay with if he goes, but it's kind of like you're bringing up this character and all this story for just to kill him off. I guess it's what they do. I would think Aaron survives. I would think Magna, Yumiko, probably Luke goes. I mean, I had a whole prediction thing about it too. I think it was pretty interesting about it for it. I don't know. I want to see how it goes with their what they do. I would think some of those Highwaymen, if it's actually a group, could be taken out. I think I don't know. I doubt Tara would go, but she could. Yeah, I don't know. That's my kind of early predictions for it. I have it in a whole video on there too. What you got for me, guys? So thank you guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier to do that too. So the person's name here is I'm Jesus. I don't know what you're talking about. Daryl's dog still alive being stupid. I never said that. I think it would be tough for the dog to be alive at this time. Where was he the entire time? On there too. I don't know what your problem is with cats in my book series because they were in a community, safe and sound indoors versus the dog being outside. But I don't know what you're talking about being ironic. I think you have to learn how that works. And yeah, that's not really, and I don't know. That's great. That's what, so someone's going to come here to hate, but that's sure for it. So Janet, so Daryl has blue eyes, so that's good. Hopefully you know that Norman Reedus and his girlfriend have had a baby together, a baby girl. I don't know the baby's name, but we'll call her Baby. Baby Reedus? I don't know. So pretty cool that he has a son, older son now. It's probably, I think he's like, Mingus is like 18 or 19, and then they just had a baby about a month ago now too. So pretty interesting stuff with that. Hopefully you're watching AMC. You can see it from time to time. They want us to have the best Christmas ever, the best holidays ever. That's for sure. And I want everybody to have best Christmas and holidays for sure. But hopefully you guys are going to be getting some awesome gifts. I'm probably not getting much, probably some gift cards to a lot of places. And, you know, got to be getting some stuff on my own, I guess, because my family lives in New Jersey. So I don't see them. I won't see them actually for Christmas. But my wife and I will be having Christmas Eve dinner and Christmas dinner together. Janet, Brian, do you think the Whisperers are evil enough to skin someone when they're still alive? Great question. Well, I think they would want to have the person turn. I think that's the whole point of them. And we bring up a good question, like the Whisperers, right? So the Whisperers are people, a weird people, a survival of the fittest men's mindset where they do questionable things. They do mean things. If you can't defend yourself, you're on your own. If you're weak, you're out. If you're this and there too. It's just kind of tough to see what it was. So the Whispers are people that are a group and they're bigger and bigger and bigger and they're getting bigger. And how are they getting bigger? They probably recruit people, they go into communities and they kill some people and they probably bring some people there too. And they probably kill some people and let them turn and then skin them and then use their fresh skins as masks. Because we'll see Lydia is going to lose her walker skin. So then they have to get her a new one. And you don't want to use like super old rotting flesh, right? But again, I just think the idea of the walkers, the Whispers, is cool in theory, but I know some people that are all about animals and tanning the hide and stuff on there too as a term. I just don't think you could really do that with walker rotting flesh. The blood supply and stuff, it just, I don't know, it just wouldn't make sense for it too. So, Angela, great question. What's your favorite band? Band-wise, I don't know. That's tough because I like a variety of different music. And, you know, I like Metallica, U2, you know, even some boy band stuff and new stuff today, back in the day, rap, this, that. You know, it's tough to say. Michael Jackson, it's not a band, but he's one of my favorite artists of all time. And, you know, but I don't know. Favorite band? That's tough. That's tough on there for sure. Jack Styles Q&A. I think Oceanside Group is what drove a wedge between the communities during the sixth jump. So you think, or just think, Oceanside Group is what drove a wedge between the communities during the 6-year time jump. I think it's definitely going to be a part of it because if you think about it too, there's like, if you saw Michonne before the time jump, she has the cloth bandana around her head with her dreadlocks. And on one side, she has a shell. Where did she get that from? Oceanside, most likely, right? Then in the time jump, that part of her head, part of her head is shaved, right? And I think that is the shell that's gone on there for sure. So, all right. Sorry, we're getting rid of someone here that's telling me what I got to do and everything on there too. It's just probably the same person that just comes up with new accounts or something on there too. Because going to shut that stuff down. No exceptions. Get the heck out of here for sure. Stuart, can you tell me, please, did Daryl kill a Whisper? Yeah, I mean, they killed a bunch of people in the graveyard. The Whispers were there. Daryl shot one with his crossbow, with his bolt. You know, I know there's a difference between arrows and bolts, and people get so mad about stuff like that. But it's interesting to see that Daryl, Michonne, Aaron, Yumiko, Magna, even Eugene are there where they're going to be, how they're going to get out of it. I think it's going to pick up right where the end of it on there too. So let's see. Yeah. I love when people are putting Q&A and they're not posting questions on here too. So that's what you do with your time there, Jerry. Hilarious, guys. But I think that there's a lot of things the way The Walking Dead does it, right? So The Walking Dead loves to throw in little twists and turns that come up and about. You know, they kind of throw a little thing in. Maybe nothing's really mentioned about it, but then it comes back around too. Like some people, I was in a group on Facebook, and they had a picture of Michonne when they went to Noah's family's development, that everybody was killed. And on the wall, it says, "Wolves not far." That was highlighting the wolves coming around, and we would eventually see them. We saw them towards the end of the season, and then we saw them again in season 6. And it was kind of cool because we saw that little tidbit, and it came back around. So that'd be pretty cool for sure. So, Cooper, did you say, are you the one that put the big spoiler thing, like don't read, and then they go down about the Pike lineup? So is the new information, Cooper, I believe it's you who said that. Is it confirmed? Is it your theory? Is it legit? Because if you want to put it in there, it's cool, but I want to have it that, if it's confirmed or just theories, because some theories are out there, they're just theories, and that's what it's kind of fun, especially with the RJ thing, and people get so mad about that. He's real. Magnus saw him. Carol asked about him. You're like, all right, relax. But we haven't seen him with any other characters, and we didn't see this, and we didn't see that too. So So Cooper, how do you know about that? If it's information about the Pike lineup, because I don't want to give too much away, but if it's true, that's pretty cool. Confirmed, I think. What is that? You can't say confirmed than you think, but it'd be pretty interesting too. So we'll see if it's true. I'll talk about it, in there. I know what you're talking about if it's the actual prediction that you said. So sorry, my cats are going crazy with the Christmas tree and everything on there too. So it's definitely Christmas time, holiday time for sure. Janet will not be here next Sunday. That's okay. The holidays, hopefully you're having a good time for the New Year, New Year's Eve. If you're going to party, you should make sure you're safe on there too. So Mark, Bry, where could Rick be held? It seems like he would fight to get back to his family. Great question. I know I talked to you on Facebook about it, and I'm glad you brought that up. So let's talk about Rick a little bit. So Rick is potentially going to be in an area where he cannot get back to the group because he's not coming back to the show. He's just going to be in the movies. So